baby. But yeah, I was talking about a whole bunch of shit before I was rudely interrupted by my thoughts being fucked up and not finding a cigarette. But yeah, people in LA, they are real. So I'm gonna need these bitches to be real. I'm gonna need them not to be fake. I'm gonna need them not to be with the bullshit. Because right now they're about that bullshit, and it's just something that I can't respect. Patrice Pat Curry. So we got Pat Curry. I don't particularly like her. I don't particularly care for her. Obviously she's trying to get in where she fits in, and I just feel like, if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna get in, I don't have no problem with somebody getting in when they fit in, but like have that platform already ready. Like, don't be signing on to no shit like, bitch, I don't care, I'm gonna just create some drama, because a bitch like me might really have a fucking Twitter beef with Drea. Not saying that I do, but I might be having Twitter beefs with her. So I'm just saying, like, my platform would probably be more cohesive with what the fuck is going on. So if I'm gonna play the villain, might as well be the type of bitch that come in with some kind of storyline where I'm like, bitch, yeah, that bitch know who I am. That bitch know who I am. It's cool, because that bitch know who I am. Bitch, you don't have to know who I am, because I know this bitch know who the fuck I am, okay? Ask her about me. Matter of fact, bitch, have you been living under a rock? Have you not seen the back and forthness about the Twitter situations because you mad about a dude who you was into that you thought that I was messing with, bitch, but really he's a relative? Shit like that. Like shit like that. And I'm just saying, I don't gotta go up there and give my business. I'll just straight up be like, bitch, and we having a Twitter beef, and that's all the fuck you need to know. So until I see this bitch face to face, I'm gonna be all up in your motherfucking camera time, bitch. And I don't like that Drea be called, trying to. I don't like this new shade that's finna come up, where she finna be talking about her fat upper pussy area. Bitch, why are you worried about bitches' upper pussy areas, Drea? Well, we know you a little funny. We know you down with the cooter looking. Shout out to mama. We know you down with the cooter looking. However, bitch, it's none of your business. If her man like it, why the fuck are you worried about it? Why the fuck are you hating? Why the fuck are you pointing it out to Jackie of all people? Like, why are y'all being... I just don't like it. I feel like, Drea, bitch, you should be just a little more humble than that. Because in a minute, it could be your turn all the fuck over again. You could get your ass whooped. And we really don't even know how this situation is finna turn out. Every fucking season since Hawaii, they don't like each other, but then they, so they start the season off, they mad at each other from the reunion, but they do their little hug and kiss shit from the reunion, but they still the reunion bullshit still find its way into the storyline when y'all start taping again. And then y'all start taping, y'all acting like, I don't fuck with Jackie, or I don't fuck with whoever, or whoever is still a hoe, or whatever, what the fuck ever. Y'all do this vicious ass cycle where y'all cool, then y'all find a way to piss each other off in the middle, and then y'all ride that shit out until the end, and then we fight tooth and fucking nail about this shit. And not just the women, not just the women of Basketball Wives, but the fans, you know what I mean? Black Twitter. We all go to fucking war. Everybody's saying this, everybody's saying that, whatever. And then only to fucking come back next season and y'all be friends again in the beginning of the season and do the same ass fuck shit y'all do every time. I personally live for the shit. I personally like it, but at some point I think it's gonna get a little old. But back to this girl Pat. I don't really like her. I don't like the way she's coming into the situation. I don't like. Oh shit! Let me turn this down before I lose my mind. Oh bitch, I'm fucking up. Y'all got me up in here. This song, everything got me twisted. Pretty brown eyes, you know I see you. It's a disguise the way you treat me. How? Keep holding on to your thoughts of rejection. If you're with me, you're secure. You keep telling me. Anyway. I don't like the format in which she's coming on. I felt like she really could have came in there with some fucking dignity and just been living before she decided that she was gonna get busy. I hated it. Sorry, boo boo. Hated it. I just felt like, Patrice, what are you doing, babe? Like, you're a grown-ass woman. You could have came in, like, you already have a format. Like, you already have a platform to stand a fucking pawn. Your man is in the league, you know? So, there was really no reason for you to get with the extras that quick in the game. I think that collectively we can all agree that we would have just enjoyed her doing her family thing, coming off really boring at first, letting these bitches mingle up and mix up their lives in this situation. You know what I mean? Let these bitches, you know, come to you, like, because bitches ain't getting along no more, so then bitches gotta start looking for friends because they ain't in a group. So then now you got bitches coming to you, want to hang out with you on the side. Now you getting the juice because you getting people pulling people in. You go out with the bitch, then that's when you start getting messy. Then you go after, you know, you got the first person coming to you talking about how I ain't kicking it with the bitches because they get on my motherfucking nerves or whatever the fuck excuse. Then that's when you call so-and-so like, girl, come on, let's go have lunch. Then that's when you get to being messy. Start meddling. Hey, girl, so I was out with so-and-so, you know, and we had dinner or we had lunch or breakfast or whatever the fuck ever. And, you know, I was just really concerned what's going on with the group because, you know, and then from there, bitch, you got your platform. Boom. You the bitch everybody go to for the business. But since you done hurried and scurried your ass because clearly you don't have a motherfucker sitting there helping your motherfucking ass out. You don't have a publicist or somebody that could tell you, bitch, like, don't come on strong. Come in there real slow motion, ease your way in there. By the end of the season, you could have been the fan favorite, but right now, I promise you, nobody likes you, and you can't sit with us. Nobody likes you, and you can't sit with us, bitch. I just am annoyed by her, like, off the rip. I hated how she came to. Girl, let me tell you something. The bitch came over to Jackie's, you know, while she's doing her job, which I do not like that messy shit. But I'm before I get on Tammy's ass about going to Kalina's place of business, bitch, like you don't have no fucking home training or common sense, I'm gonna get back to what the fuck I was talking about with Jackie and Pat. So Pat brings her nosy ass up there, and she already telling us in commentary, like, bitch, I'm nosy, and I just want to see what's going on. All these people be talking about her and shit. Like, I just want to see what's going on. And it's like, first of all, I had a pet peeve already on my motherfucking mind. Because I'm like, bitch, you acting like, if I was Jackie, I would have felt some type of way, too. Because it's like, bitch, who are you? What, bitch, now I got to apologize to you, too, bitch? I don't even know you. Like, I got to prove to you that I'm friend-worthy or trustworthy? Fuck out of here, bitch. You a new bitch. And Jackie will scrub the fucking floor with her and embarrass her ass so motherfucking bad. Because let's not count Jackie out. Jackie do what she want to do. She pissed these girls off enough to have a storyline because, just like she been telling us all this time, she would do anything to help them bitches out. She said, I would do anything to help those girls out. They're like my daughters. So, of course, bitch. And I hope y'all bitches is grateful enough to realize this, because I know that a lot of shit on reality TV shows can be a bit scripted. However, I really do hope that while we in our feelings about Jackie, I hope on the side we good looking out on stuff. Because without you, bitch, they'll probably be moving in the next bitch to come tell her story, because I got a god darn thing going on. girl. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, what y'all bitches need to have on the tip of y'all tongue is a thank you. Then I already talked about Malaysia. I feel so bad for her. You know, I wish she would just humble herself a little bit. I wish she wouldn't have acted like that. But she did agree to, you know, tolerate Jackie some more, just a little bit more. Even though she went back on her word and she said she wouldn't. Bralasia, however, she was smart. She was like, you know what, go ahead and do an event for ovarian cancer and I'm good. And I felt like, way to go, Brandy, because Brandy wasn't, one thing I can say is that she didn't come in there on no fuck shit like, well, now she got to prove to me too because she done did y'all wrong. I was like, bitch, Brandy, you ain't been done wrong enough by Jackie Christie to be sitting over here having the same ultimatums as these bitches. But okay, but she didn't do it. She didn't do that. She was like, okay, yeah, I'm good, because she ain't pissed me off that much. She even said, like, I don't want it to be awkward when I see this bitch in the streets. So I lived. Megan, like I said, she comes from another background. She's been on reality TV before we've seen her face. Her relationship with Jackie is a professional one. They have the same publicist. So I think it kind of got on all of our nerves as viewers when, like, you know, Drea tried to pick at that and make it a big ass deal. Can we talk about Facebook real quick? I know don't nobody else get on Facebook but me no more, but I'll tell you, it's some of the most annoying motherfuckers, no job having ass, no fucking life having ass, hating ass bitches on Facebook. I cannot stand going on Facebook and seeing somebody saying that they will not apologize for things that their ancestors did. Bitch, what? Who said you need to apologize? I don't need your apology. I need that fade for that. I don't like that shit. I mean, is there anybody that I'm missing? Because I don't think I am. I think I'm just trying to, like, I don't know, run my damn mouth, find something to talk about. Let's talk about Bobby Brown since he on the screen. Child, what happened to Bobby? He was the king. He had it all. He had it all. Drugs happen. It's so unfortunate when people with greatness get hooked on drugs. It's so unfortunate. It's the worst. It's the wackest thing on earth. Kicking a drug habit is hard, and I know this because I grew up in the program. My mom is a recovering addict. I went to NA meetings, CA meetings, AA meetings, marathons. You know, my summers were at, you know, conventions in Palm Springs and I can't remember the other one right now, but the other place, but like, yeah, just going to, you know, different places, seeing different things, but under the knife of recovery. And, you know, they don't lie. You know, when they get in those meetings and they share their stories, they really share their stories. And some of them are morbid. Oof, they're just morbidly just frightening. Some of them, it's just a great inspirational story. You know that God is in the room, you know, because He's saved so many souls, you know, from, and they've saved themselves from addiction, drug addiction. I've watched enough, you know, shows like Intervention, where, you know, are like shows where you see them like going cold turkey, and it's like we have to have an understanding that it's not easy. If I could give any advice, it would be to never do drugs ever in your life. I've seen people come out of the graves from alcoholism, drug abuse, and either they come out and they're not all the way right, or, you know, they come out and they have a you know, $1 million baby, not $1 million baby, but like, you know, some incredible story. If, you know, these people doing all these reality TV shows, man, put a bunch of addicts in a room. Now that's a show. No script needed. No script needed. Put a bunch of addicts in a room and don't give them their fix. And see what you get from that. Yeah, you're going to get a bunch of lawsuits and a bunch of ass whoopings, and that's probably why they haven't done it, because probably fuck around and die. You know, nobody would be liable for no shit like that. But boy, what a show it would make. They say that Jocelyn Hernandez was on crack when she was in the studio recording that crazy ass song. And she was like, I was just drunk and high off weed. Like, I smoke and I drink. Do y'all believe her? I don't know. I don't know if I believe her. I don't even know if it's my business to believe her. I know you can tell when people have like really been going hard in the paint on drugs. Like I've witnessed some things, you know, and you see they weight dropping up and down, you know, you see them looking crazy in the face. It's almost like a demon takes over, you know, takes possession of their bodies, you know, and it's not, maybe it's their mind that they take possession of because their face be so fucking crazy and twisted. And you could just always tell they never together, and I just feel like, you know, that's not really Jocelyn. She always seems very much so together. I think she could have possibly been drunk as fuck, you know, and just rhyming. I've been in the studio just, you know, just eating hits, you know, just eating them. And I don't sound bad like that because I'm not a whack artist. I'm pretty fucking dope. But at the same time, you know, like I've been in the studio fucked up, but I'm on point when I'm fucked up. Maybe it don't work that way for everybody. I don't know. Jocelyn's supposedly young, but she do seem like a little bit older than me. Maybe she has been on drugs, you know, because people called her a man and all that stuff, and I didn't see it. But I also didn't think that she was like 20-something years old. Like, I thought that she was maybe like in her late 20s, on the way to 30 or something like that. But I think she was like 25 when she started loving hip-hop. I don't know. Chanel could lie so much about her shit. I mean, Jocelyn. Girl, I don't know. What else is there to talk about? Whitney. How do y'all feel about Whitney's passing and now the passing of her daughter? It's so sad, but it's also so scary because I know that a lot of people, you know, heard the propaganda like I did about, you know, this whole Illuminati bullshit and, you know, all that, you know, and her being a sacrifice and Brandy studying her. And it's really, if we get on the subject of conspiracies and all of that, wow, man, like when you look at some of these Illuminati videos, these people exposing the Illuminati and all of that, it's kind of crazy because, you know, what I have learned from watching is apparently, you know, when one artist dies, it makes way for another artist. Like, I think that they were saying something about, somebody had a video on Aaliyah and Sierra, and was, you know, there was talk of, you know, Sierra being Missy's bitch at the time. So, you know, Aaliyah's passing benefited her because she pretty much took the whole platform, Aaliyah's entire platform, and passed it down to Sierra. There's even, they put Aaliyah's beat to Sierra's song Promise, and it was like so cohesive, like the I don't know, it was, I don't know, like it's some creepy, scary shit, you know, like, and some shit that I just really, I don't want to have any parts of it. This chick Sandra, oh my god, I never can remember her last name, but you guys know who she is. She was being held, or she had been taken in for a traffic violation, and in her autopsy / mugshot, oh, they say she was dead, but there's some strange things, like the fact that she was wearing an orange jumpsuit, and if she was just in there for traffic violations, that should not have happened, you know. So it was a little creepy. it was a lot creepy to like have to stop and think like, well, wait a minute, like, what is this? You know, because then when you find out who this girl is, she's an activist. She's always speaking about the uplifting of black people. She's always, you know, she's just very conscious and conscientious. And she seemed like a beautiful lady, you know, and you know, I don't know what criminals look like. I don't know what terrorists look like. I imagine they look like you and I, you know, but it's just unfortunate. It makes black people feel as though there's a witch hunt out for their skin, you know, and it's a scary feeling. Me being black myself, you know, being more American, it's a little frightening, you know. My hubby and I, we have, well, he has 2 kids before me, and they live in San Bernardino, and so it's, you know, it's a scary thought to feel like, well, is my good old, you know, good student of the year, football playing genius, you know, monster, just beast of a boy, you know, like, do I have to be afraid for him to walk down the street, to go to the movies, to be hanging out with his friends? You know, he's a very young child. I couldn't imagine him being taken away from me for what? You know, that would be the shock of my life. That would be the moment where I would have to say, for what? What the fuck for? Why would y'all do this? Y'all don't even know this boy. I know this boy. I know this boy, and I know better. I know better than what y'all, whatever little story y'all trying to sell me, all of that. I don't know. I couldn't. It just couldn't be me. Boy, I'm looking at Blackstreet. They was all young. People are old now and shit. Somebody says some shit about 90s babies are getting old. And I'm like, nah, like they in their 20s, you know. It's these 80s babies. We the ones getting old. We the ones in our 30s, honey, like approaching 40. Girl, bye. Bye, girl, bye. I don't know. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to be who I am, to be who we are, and be in this nation at this time. And I just hope it changes. I really hope it changes. You would think that by us having a black president that things would change, but then, you know, there's stories about that. You can turn the corner and pretty much find dirt on somebody in any type of way, and people will make it so cohesive. The stories will be so cohesive that you will have no choice but to kind of believe that it might be a little truth to this, you know. But for me, I think I'm staying out of the way of that. Justin J. Shade, honey. Justin J. He gave me some shade so cold. I cracked the fuck up. I died damn near. He was talking about Bambi from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and you know, he was just going off on a rant, just going off on a tangent about, you know, like about Bambi, and then he said some shit about, you know, and you know, she ain't got no mother. You know, her mama got shot in the woods by the hunters, by, you know, walking through the woods one day, got shot. And at first I was like, what? That's crazy. She got shot. Then the motherfucker cleared it up, like, and for those of y'all, before y'all start getting mad, I'm not talking about Bambi's real mom. I'm talking about Bambi from the movie. I was too through. Shout out to Justin J. I like watching his reviews. I like to watch his reviews. I subscribe to his channel, and I really do like watching his views, but I cannot help but laugh at what some people have to say about him. Like, he's so loud. He's so loud, but he just gets excited. We all do it. I think we all get to a point where, you know, this is your part, and you going the fuck off because you've been holding this in for however long you've been holding this shit in, so you can get your life together, clean your room, press record, and talk your shit. What else? How many of y'all dumbasses play Charlie? Did the Charlie? Pencil chill. Y'all dumb as hell. Y'all dumb as hell. I don't care if you don't believe in God. I don't care if you're so desperate in your lack of faith. Uh-oh. What's wrong? Y'all stupid as fuck for doing that, for bringing that type of entity into your life and into your home. Even if you don't believe in the divine powers of spirituality, or evil, you should believe in good and evil. It's what we base our whole platform of life on. You should think good and evil. Everything should be about good and evil. So when people, are not spiritual, like, I don't care if you're not religious, because religion don't mean spirituality. We all know that. How many of us watched Left Behind in the past? I think it was the very first one, and the pastor was like sitting in the church by his damn self. And when the guy walked in, he was like, I sit up here every week and I preach to these people, and I didn't believe a fucking word I was saying. And that's why my stupid ass is sitting right here with your non-believing ass, waiting for our ticket, And I just think that people should be more cognizant of spirituality and what that actually means, what that actually entails. When something bad is about to happen and your first instinct is like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, that's nature. That's nature. You had to call on him. Some people believe in God, but they don't believe in Christ, and or whatever, because there's so many different religions. But I feel like, well, there's different religions for different regions, and in our region, this is what we believe in. But then in other regions, like Kemet and spirituality like that, they'll say out of their mouth, this is stolen religion. So worried about anyway, like, I don't know, like, they'll be like, oh, this is stolen religion, like, Jesus Christ is so and so, is Amen Ra, and blah blah blah. And when y'all say Amen, y'all supposed to say Amen Ra and finish it, and Edomites and Sodomites and Edomites and Modomites, and just all of this information that is religion. And me coming up in a Christian atmosphere, my grandfather was a pastor. Wow, man, like, it can make you feel like giving up altogether. It can make you feel like you just, like, everything is wrong, and everything is a lie, and it'll make you feel so confused. But you just have to hold strong in what you were taught, because you were taught that way for a reason. We come from America, so the way that we are taught is different from the way that others teach, other teachings. The Bible keeps changing, and a lot of people are not realizing this, you know, that the Bible keeps changing. First we had the Old Testament, and then we had the New Testament, and then we have the, you know, King James version, and then we have the, you know, just I don't know. But what I do know is I came to a point where I said that I wasn't going to knock off the whole religious attitude, because there's some things about Christianity, like about Christians, that, you know, I don't know. I think on this one it's really just a gift of discernment working. You know, I think it's a gift of discernment. I don't think that I can't even explain to you. I just knew that just some things weren't right. Like it says in the Bible not to eat this sort of beast, but we're eating this sort of beast, and you're serving it in the kitchen, in the church's kitchen. You're serving us swine. You know what I mean? And I don't know. So, like, just certain things that I just didn't agree with the Christian community. But at the same time, I think that they are onto something. I think that God will be satisfied that they are serving Him by living good, you know, by living good in His name, by, you know, not whooping their neighbor's asses, and not, you know, channeling negative energy, abusing things, and, you know, like, I don't know, I feel like you have to be of servitude, and you have to believe, and then you have to do the work, and I believe that that's what makes you a good servant of God. Getting people to salvation, you know. If we were talking about devil worshippers, then we would be talking about a whole nother entity that you're serving. But what I'm talking about is God. The divine one. And all He wants is for us to believe in Him, to be of servitude, because He loved us enough to give us breath and life and bless us and let us see beautiful things. Some people get so upset, you know, because they feel, I think I felt like this at one point, like, this shit is a setup. Why would you put me on this earth only to die? But then I grew up and I started learning to accept the departure from this world, because nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. It only changes its form. So I believe that, you know, when I ascend from this earth, I will be in another world, and I just won't be there in physical form. And this body is a mere vessel, you know. I don't think the goal is to live as long as I can. I think the goal is to learn everything that I can before I ascend into the next, into the heavens, get the next galaxy, the next world, whatever, you know. I feel like it's my duty to be a good person, you know, to be a good person here, because anger and happiness can consume you. Anger can consume you. Happiness can consume you. You can become overwhelmed with joy or sadness or fear. And I think it's all about how you end up. I think that's why some people live to be like dust old, because it takes all of that time, you know, to prove themselves, you know. And I think that as for me, whew, I might be on this world a long time, because I just cannot seem to get it together with God. It's not funny. I just can't seem to get it together. Right now, I think I'm in a very lost place. I think I've lost my way to find God's way, and it's not an easy road. It's not easy trying to lose yourself, so that you can wind up in paradise. It's really not easy, and I know some of you guys know that. Some of you guys don't believe in anything. You don't have anything to believe in, and I don't blame you. I'm not God, and I'm not going to pretend to be God, and I'm not going to pretend to have all of the answers. I just hold on to my beliefs because it ain't never killed me. It's done me a lot of good. I'm a believer, like, because I believe. I'm not somebody just say, like, I'm not somebody that will just tell you, I believe in God, but I don't really, like, know about the whole Christianity. I'm not one of those people to tell you that. Like, I believe in all of it. I believe, just like the Bible says, like Christ says, like, he's been called by many names. Christians either call him Yahweh or they call him Jesus. But then people get offended but by which name you choose to call him, or what name you were, raised to call him. And I think that in and of itself is so ridiculous. I think it is the most ridiculous thing in the world for you to, we are all talking about the same entity. Did you ever stop to think about that? T.D. Jakes was talking to the Braxton girls, and that's pretty much what he was telling them. Everybody looking to be right. Everybody looking to be right, but you ain't even seeing the big picture. I'm telling you, this used to be my shit all day long. So anyway, shit. Minute. Coming up on 40 minutes. I have to upload these videos as soon as I'm finished recording them because I have no space. No space left. But I'm dying. Don't worry. Nigga, sometimes I feel like it's a ghost. But ain't no ghost in here. Because I know that I am not, like, I have no desire to see them. So they could be here, but I have no desire to see them. And I think that once I develop a desire, that I might see them. But for now, like I said, I have not developed an interest in seeing none of that shit. I pray against it. I pray demons out of my house, if any. I've always prayed that God keep a broad protection of his servants surrounding my home, like a force field. Things like that. I feel like when you pray to God, you have to be very specific. Even though he knows your heart, I think it's just important to be very specific. I don't think that your prayer needs to be specific so that so God can make sure he gets it 100% right. But I think sometimes you have to speak certain things out of your mouth because you have to let you're praying to God, but you're letting these demons know no weapon formed against me shall prosper. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Wonderful. All day. Loved it. Well, you guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. Waiting for hubby to get here. And I pretty much just talked to myself for like an hour. But it's okay with me. Better than talking and thinking you talking to somebody, thinking somebody's standing right by you and they not. Viola Davis. Did y'all see that movie with Viola Davis and Jennifer Lopez? It's a Lifetime movie, but it was really good. I don't know the name, but Viola Davis and Jennifer Lopez. Check it out. So that's my time. I'm Miss Jenkins. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. I'm out.